What up, guys? Alchemist here. I got something nice for you. So you know I had to do it. Y'all know I had to do a Stern and Unfall build for you guys with Lucky Pants. Now, during the time of recording this, the Stern and Drain bug is still going on. I didn't utilize it in the top right corner gameplay. This is just purely the build itself, okay? So by the time this video get uploaded, because I bulk upload and upload in the future, if you want to see my videos early, become a YouTube member, it's like a week from now from me uploading this video. So if they patched the bug already, say la vie. But even if they did, this build is just cracked. It's just great in general, okay? But if the bug's still there, hey, make it even better. Go have fun with the build right now as it's there, okay? So we're using Lucky Pants. If you don't know what Lucky Pants do, improve sprint, slide, airborne effectiveness while the hand cannon is equipped, okay? For a short time after being drawn, hand cannons ready faster are more accurate, and each hit against a combatant increases hand cannon damage. And I'll probably put the max damage you can go up to on the screen. Basically, Bungie now made it that Lucky Pants can work with Stern getting his overcharge shots in Hawk Moon. I'm not using Hawk Moon PvE. Alright, so with Stern got a exotic perk that says final blows with this weapon fills the magazine of the energy equipped weapon, the equipped energy weapon from reserve. So it's always helping its energy weapon, which would be Unfall. Then it got Storm and Stress, which say final blows with Together Forever weapons, which Unfall and Drain always have. Reload this weapon and overflow bonus damage rounds into the magazine. And I'll probably put the damage buff that the overflow bonus damage rounds get in the magazine. Final blows with bonus damage rounds increase the magazine capacity of Together Forever weapons. So not only do it get increased damage, it also helps reload the weapon of overflow the magazine of our Unfall if we get kills with the, the strong bullets with overcharged bullets or Stern, okay? Now keep in mind the overcharged bullets from Stern do not get the same damage bonus as other hand cannons get with Lucky Pants. I forgot what the damage bonus that it gets with Lucky Pants, because Bungie knows it'll be OD if you got it the charged up damage like the other the other hand cannons or whatnot. Just looking at the ornaments and this ornament right here kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know I had some goddamn Stern ornaments. Anywho, we got Unfall with it. My Unfall, I believe the god roll for Unfall, I done heard a lot of people say certain god roll, oh, you rolling storm or something. You don't want that ish. Get one for all on your Unfall, and you'll get 35% increased damage from hitting 3 separate enemies, which is going to do because doing explosive damage. You can put that with reverberation if you want the explosions to do be bigger, but I don't say you need this. You can also go with beacon rounds you want if you just want to shoot in the general direction and always going to hit the enemies in that general direction. You could go that route as well too, making it easier for you to get one for all. But I say you could just go from land for gold just to make sure you always have ammo for Unfall. And then stack that with one for all, and boom, you got a weapon that does dumb damage and can get ammo non-stop. I don't have left from going here, so I'm just going reverberation. The footage in the top right corner, I did not have a mod on my weapon. It will probably be temporal blast on here, or you can go with temporal ornaments if you're going to Vex or Cabal. But yeah, I didn't have no mods on here, so that just shows you how crazy the damage is too in the top right corner. And as you can see, the origin trait down here says fire self-propelled micro missiles that explode on impact for high damage. Final blows with this weapon reload and overflow a bonus damage round into Stern. Okay, and it also got Vanguard Determination. Use a class ability, get kills, you get damage resistance. Damage resistance is very minuscule. It's like 5%, but hey, it's there. I guess it's there. And then I'm using a crossbow as my heavy weapon. I'm using Opaque Hourglass from the raid with Bolt Scavenger and Binary Orbit, because I will be getting some dark kills to buff up the damage of Opaque Hourglass, and utilizing stuff in the artifact with it. And because of the damage buffs I have, this is making the crossbow literally get temporal blast every other shot. So I shoot once, temporal blast is ready, I shoot again, it blows up. I do have the Opaque Hourglass with explosive bolts, but I think Bungie personally nerfed this specific perk, because when I shoot Opaque Hourglass with this bow, it does not get temporal blast ready with one shot. So I think Bungie made sure it just does not work with the explosive bullets anymore. So don't go with the explosive bolts anymore. Go for a different bolt inside your opaque hourglass. Now, artifact. Everything in artifact is important. Okay, we're rocking unstoppable sidearm and hand cannon so that our stern and unfall can flinch enemies. If you didn't know, unstoppable bullets flinch enemies automatically if you charge them up. So just a good flinch for any enemy I shoot with them. And we can do unstoppable champions as well. Then we got anti-barrier bow on for our crossbow. Crossbows are considered bows in this game, okay? So this deal with our barrier champions, and then I got Jolt inside our prismatic build with Ascension to deal with overload champions, and then of course prismatic grenade as well. Second column, we got light forged lead. This makes that kinetic weapons gain increased ammo generation. Freaking Stern already got an 80 ammo generation stat. So this is a scaler, so this make it very easy to get special ammo bricks made for unfall. Then it say collecting orb power increase the benefits of this short time, which you will see when you pick up an orb, light forged lead gonna pop up for like 7 seconds, letting you know. Okay. Third column, you want to make sure you have on semi-auto striker. So whenever you don't have no armor charges, if you get precision shots with a bow, you'll get armor charges. So again, that counts for crossbow as well. So if I shoot this crossbow at this robot, right, and get 3 shots, I get an armor charge, and then it reloads, and it does give Godslayer Broadhead as well from the artifact in the last column with Argent Quiver. Reloading the bow consumes 1 stack of armor charge, granting increased damage and reload speed for your next 3 shots or until you stole the bow. For primary bows, it's a 35% buff. For legendary bows, it's a 25% buff. So this gives our crossbow 25% extra damage, which is insane. Cause you stack that with any damage buff in your bow like Vorpal or Firing Line or Binary Orb and stuff, and Temporal Blast, and you just getting some dumb numbers with your crossbow. Insane damage, really. Okay, and then we got on reciprocal draw. With basically any kills we get that's not our sidearm, aka unfall, it will store up stacks where it will proc this perk basically. And when this perk is proc, it's gonna say reciprocal draw ready. So if I go over here and kill some enemies, it's like everything just work as a cog in this gear in this build. It's amazing. So when I kill people with this hand cannon, you see it say reciprocal draws ready. So then when I swap to my rocket sidearm, for 5 seconds, my rocket sidearm doing bonus damage. If it was a primary sidearm, it'll be getting like 25% damage buff. But since a special sidearm, it's getting a 15% damage buff whenever I get kills with this, and it tells me that it's ready. Okay, so not only is my stern getting extra damage when I swap to it from unfall is getting extra damage from my stern swapping to it. So that's just a cool little interaction to see them both getting stronger from each other, right? Fourth column, you want to make sure you have on that fresh bullet smell. Picking up an ammo brick gives you kinetic weapon increased damage for a short duration. If you pick up a special ammo brick, you'll get kinetic surge times 2 for like 10-11 seconds, right? But if you pick up a heavy brick, then you get kinetic surge times 3 for 10-11 seconds. Time 2 surge is 17% extra damage, and time 3 surge is 22% extra damage. So this is gonna buff up the damage of our stern whenever we pick up ammo for unfall or ammo for our crossbow. Now I didn't check, but I am curious. If I shoot a crossbow on the ground and I pick this up, they gonna count this ammo? Was making sure. That would have been a crazy bug. Anyway, you know, right now we in a buggy expansion right now with Bungie. Anyway, so this does not stack, by the way. The kinetic surges from this perk right here, it does not stack with surges in your leg piece. So you cannot put kinetic surges in your leg piece and use this and hope you get extra percentage. You will not get that, okay? So this just bumps up our stern damage even more to overcharge shots when they pick up ammo. We got on energy acceleration. As y'all know, you shoot a rocket sidearm or a rocket pulse rifle, you get kinetic explosion now with it doing extra damage. So this is good, really good, especially if you're rocking a tech stack armor set, if you got this on, that kinetic explosion does work with that armor set. Meaning, if I shot unfall at any enemy that got a shield on, and that kinetic shockwave kick in, it will knock that shield off with the 200% buff that the tech stack armor set gives it. And in the last column, you want to make sure you have on Argent Quiver for that 25% extra damage with the crossbow. Other than that, other slots are free for you to use. I put Shield Crush on because we're going to be amplified, get my grenade back quicker. And I could get Frost Armor or Void Overshield and stuff, whatever super I decide to put on. I put on Golden Gun for Restoration, but you can put on like Tether for Void Overshield just to make Sturm do even more damage to an enemy that's in a tether. You know what I'm saying? Subclass. We got Golden Gun for Restoration. Like I just said, we got Gambler's Dodge to get our Threaded Spike back. We're using Threaded Spike to get our Darkness Bar up quicker because we are using Unfall, which is an arc weapon, and Sturm, and a crossbow, so that's all light damage. So we needed something to get us our Dark Bar up. So we use Threaded Spike, give you the most Dark Transcendence in the game, bouncing off all enemies, and it severs them, making them do less damage to us. We got Grapple Grenade on to put Unraveling out there, and Grapple Grenade is strong. And especially if you're still using a Stern and Drain Bug, if it's still in the game, then you basically get the Grapple Melee for free, right? And if the bug's still in the game, you can go Combination Blow as well and just go crazy with the build being very potent, right? We're rocking Threaded Spectre for survivability, so whenever I pop Ascension to give me Amplified, you'll put a clone in the air as well, so the enemy look at the clones. I get the damage resistance from Ascension, and yeah, just great survivability with Restoration in the build as well. We got Faster to Dawn on to give us Radiance, give it that 20% extra weapon damage to make Stern and Unfall do even more damage. Every time our Thread Spike bounce off enemies, it reset timer, so it stays on even longer. We got on Faster Protection, give us that 15% damage resistance for survivability. Faster to Purpose for the restoration to pick up an Orb of Power. We got on Faster to Hope, so whenever I got a buff on, it makes my class ability come back quicker. So if I got Radiant on and Ascension on, it give me double the percentage of this, which is good. So I can get my Ascension back quicker to put out a Threaded Spectre out there even quicker. Then we got Faster to Grace on. Defeating target with kinetic weapons grants you bonus Transcendence energy. Stern gonna be just deleting people, so might as well get that bonus Transcendence energy from Stern deleting the people. And then of course, defeating target your super grants you and your nearby allies bonus Transcendence energy as well. Okay, but if you don't want Faster to Grace on, you can definitely take it off and put on anything you want as a free slot in this build for yourself. Okay. Stats, we're rocking 160 weapon stat just to make sure that we always have ammo for Unfall. It may be overkill, but hey, I like to be sure, and we get that bonus damage against bosses as well with our weapons. I want 100 class ability stat, but I'm at 95. But 100 class ability stat, so you can always spam Ascension as much as possible for survivability, and then 100 melee stat, just so when I pop Ascension, it makes sure I give me my Threaded Spike back, so I can throw it out there again to get Radiant non-stop and sever the enemies for survivability. Armor mods, we're rocking a Kinetic Siphon and an Arc Siphon, so we make orbs non-stop for our weapons. And then we got Special Ammo Finder to help out with making Unfall ammo. We got Focusing Strike, so when I do Threaded Spike damage, I get class ability energy for Ascension, and also Impact Induction. When I do damage with Threaded Spike, I get Grenade energy for my grapple. And then I got Heavy Handed on, just make an orb out there if I kill an enemy with Threaded Spike. Chest piece, I got melee damage resistance on, so when I pop Ascension to enemies, I got damage resistance while doing it, and I got other 2 resist mods. But resistance mods in your chest piece, you don't need a kinetic, or you don't need a kinetic ammo generation for Stern. It's already at 80, and then with the artifact, you making it ammo a lot for Unfall. You're never running out of it. We got Arc Weapon Surge to boost up the damage of Unfall and our crossbow. We got Arc Scavenger on, just get some extra ammo when we do pick up that special ammo brick. And then we got Better Already on for survivability to start health regen whenever we pick up an orb. Like I said, you never run out of ammo, and as you see in the top right gameplay, I was literally slaying through the content with ease. Freaking ridiculous. That's why I said you don't need the bug for this build. This build is just strong in general. Just very strong. We got Distribution on, so if I do class ability Ascension near enemies, I get ability energy for all my abilities. Then we got Reaper on, so when I kill somebody, I make an orb after I do pop Ascension. And then we got Powerful Attraction on to pick up the orbs around me to help start health regen with Better Already. I got Restoration on, so Better Already is kind of redundant, so I should put on Recuperation, but you know, if I, yeah, depending on what you're running. You could be running tether, and better already be the option. Okay. But that's the build. I love this build. It's just pure. It's not ability focused. It's weapon focused, and I like that this time. So just being able to shoot and kill enemies with unfall, being strong as a weapon as is, killing them the one for all, getting that 35% arc surge on, giving it extra damage and stuff. Just getting that great damage in, right? And then immediately swap the sturm whenever a powerful enemy come out, or even when a powerful enemy not out there and I just want to slay people with sturm, I pull it out, shoot, one shot them and stuff. And the sturm makes unfall stronger in overflow magazine because of the artifact with reciprocal draw, and then also because of the perk itself, overflows magazine when I get kills with the overcharged bullets. So now pull unfall back out and then get that extra percentage with the reciprocal draw, and then get one for all back proc again, killing them all, that type of stuff. And then the crossbow just there, so I never have to worry about heavy and just do some dumb damage to the bosses and stuff. And if I got armor charges on me, that god hit, god broadhead arrow doing dumb damage with temporal blast and all type of stuff. It's a great build. It's a great build. Putting out clone stuff, essential stuff. Highly recommend hunters use this build if you want to really utilize Lucky Pants as a ad control build this time around. And it can always be used for DPS like always. Lucky Pants always been a DPS weapon, but now you can actually use Lucky Pants as an actual build for ad control now because of them giving us unfall with sturm and making it work with sturm now. So this is just a beautiful build. Highly recommend. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And the feature armor and feature weapons, so you can always use this in conquest and stuff. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.